Remember the movie Groundhog Day? Bill Murray keeps reliving the same day over and over. As another February started, I was reminded how often adults with ADHD relive the same old challenges they've been dealing with all their ADHD lives. It's as if you keep replaying the actions, hoping the outcome will be different each time. But now that Groundhog Day is here, why are you continuing to relive the same challenge? If this sounds like you, it may be that you feel as if you're stuck and not making any progress. Of course, if all you've been doing is replaying the scene over and over in the same way and, of course, achieving the same unwanted result, you're stuck. Though maybe today is the day you realize that if you want a different outcome, you need to change some things. If you're ready to make that change, where do you start? In this video, we'll delve into the best approaches to change to stop the cycle of Groundhog Day. Are you ready? Let's go. Many ADHDers and other creative geniuses struggle with managing everyday life. How often do you rush out the door at the last minute for an important appointment, then berate yourself or scream at the drivers around you who seem to be slowing you down? How often have you looked for your keys, your wallet, your bus pass? How often have you promised to buckle down and get work done in your business, but found yourself watching cat videos on YouTube for an hour instead? Each time you mess up, you vow to never repeat the mistake again. Yet the next day, you find yourself doing it again. Each time you repeat the same mistake, you berate yourself for your lack of discipline. Every time you repeat this same cycle, you are eroding your self-confidence, convincing yourself that if only you had more willpower, you could change. Soon you believe that you are simply flawed. You don't have as much willpower as other people, and therefore you'll never be able to change. Now, this is simply not true. You're reliving the same problems, not because you lack self-discipline, but because you lack a plan to solve the problem at the source. And it's not a lack of willpower that's at the source. How would you like to live a new adventure, one where you've got your together? So here's a strategy to do just that. As my husband always says, don't solve the problem once. Solve the problem once and for all. The first step to doing that is to set aside time to think about the problem. Consider the steps you take to get the current result, otherwise known as, a routine. You accomplish your current results by following a series of actions, and those actions are the same each time. Next, look at your results, the results that you want, and compare them to the results you're getting. What's the gap? How close or how far are you to achieving the results you want? So why are you always leaving at the last minute? Are you getting up too late? Are you getting involved in something in the morning and losing track of time? Are you looking for something to wear? Are you spending too long singing in the shower, practicing to get on The Voice? As a result of your analysis, you determine you're checking your emails and spending too long answering them. So what's the solution? Well, you could decide not to open emails in the morning or set a timer to limit the time you spend on them and only scan for and respond to urgent emails. Or you could get up earlier. Next, write down what you've chosen to do, because there's a good chance you'll forget. You could create a notebook in Evernote and create a note. Include a trigger to use to remind you of your new plan. Now, it could be a paper or electronic post-it note that pops up when you turn on your computer, or a visual cue you leave on top of your computer, a troll doll or other small figurine, for example. Or have someone remind you, although I'm not a fan of deferring your responsibilities onto someone or onto others, because when they mess up, you end up playing the very unproductive blame game. Next, test your plan. Take some time at the end of the day to determine how well it worked and tweak it as needed. Then test it again. This was Linda Walker for Focus Action.